No, listen, I had alopecia for a little minute, dog. So I had like a big bald spot right here, bald spot right here, bald spot in my beard, all crazy.
Okay.
When I had it, I went and got my head up crazy.
We recording, by the way, since you want to talk about it. I'm just letting you
That's
know.
life.
I'm just letting you know, bro. I ain't want you to say nothing about that ED you've been having.
What?
Whoa! Yikes!
Hold on. Record the podcast on a Monday. See the shit they come out of the mouth.
Wow. It must be. He's got a case of the Mondays.
Yeah, listen, that's why I attack first.
I know. You know what I'm saying? That's why I
didn't have me.
To come. You know what I'm saying?
The only motherfucking right.
Wow. Okay.
How y'all feeling today, though?
I'm feeling good, man.
Yeah.
Feeling good. The weather been acting funny, man. So I got my hoodie on. You know, it's a little.
Yeah. Man, y'all. The weather acting funny for y'all is like 60 degrees.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know about no real weather down there.
Nah, we don't. Yeah, but
it's 40 degrees, dog. It's crazy out here.
Nigga, I think like the other. Let me see. Couple of days ago, it was like 48 degrees. Like April, we not used to that, dog.
Yeah, see, different down there. Hey, y'all see, ain't none of y'all watched that thing I sent y'all from The Wire, did y'all?
Nah.
Man, I missed The Wire, dog. After watching that, I missed The Wire, yo.
How many seasons did The Wire do?
It was 5, I think.
5.
I think, yo, real talk, I think The Chi is the closest thing to that. You watch The Chi, watching The Chi is like, I really feel like for an hour, you in Chicago, you're a part of, it's so Chicago, I guess. Like, I ain't from Chicago, but I feel like it's the...
Yo, that Chicago shit is real, dog.
Yo, The Chi, that shit, you watch The Chi?
Yeah, I watch it. I need to catch up on this season, but I watch it.
It's only like 2 episodes in. Yeah, 1 or 2 episodes in, right?
Yeah, the second episode was last night. I gotta watch it still.
Yeah, I gotta
watch Game of Thrones,
shit,
man.
I can't deal.
Do you watch the Game of Thrones?
Yeah, that's my shit. Mm-hmm.
I've
never seen one episode.
Yeah, it's good, man. Last season, so I gotta catch up on that, man. Everybody posting about it and shit. That shit is crazy.
I've never seen grown ass people that excited about dragons. I know that people gonna fuck with me about that.
It ain't about dragons. I mean, I can dig it though, but it's definitely not about the dragon. It's a story. It's just like, and I ain't finished it, but if you watch The Walking Dead, you just see the development of the characters.
Right.
Like The Walking Dead, you see how the one chick, she was like getting abused by her husband, and she was like a pushover. And then a couple seasons, she a G. You know what I mean? She like, listen, oh, he got bit, we gotta kill him. Like, everybody else like, whoa, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? So you just see the development and the growth in the characters. That's what make it dope. But the dragons and shit be hyped too. You know what I mean? It be other stuff though.
Is it as good as a series as Breaking Bad? I feel like Breaking Bad to me was probably one of the best TV series.
I never finished Breaking Bad. I forgot what happened, but I never finished it. Breaking Bad was that shit though.
He trash.
Listen,
you didn't finish it?
Nah, I didn't, yo. I'm like, I was far behind, so I was fucking with. I forgot what happened. You know how things happen in your life, and I got too far. Actually, I started binge watching it, and I guess I don't know what happened. I guess whatever woman I was dealing with at the time, and it kind of got thrown off. I don't know what it was. Something happened in my life that changed, that got me off of it, and I never went back to it. I've been meaning to, just like I've been meaning to go back to Sons of Anarchy. I ain't finished that.
What?
It's that work though. I'm not saying it's not. I ain't saying it's corny. I'm just saying I haven't got back to double back. I be in my show bag. What's up? Nice to get to join us, Dr. Mike. It's nice to have you available.
You know, life comes at you quickly. You know, especially.
Yo, every time see Mike always stunting. Every time I turn around, Mike is in another room. How many rooms is this house had?
It's the same room.
Just different angle, yo.
Listen, I got a massage thing on my back. I got my robe on. It's the same room. I just can't sit in a little chair. You know what I mean? I'm like the LeBron on the back end of the game. I gotta.
Right. Hey, listen.
Different chair today.
That's the hardships that we going through the podcast. You see the sacrifice we put in.
I did pick the room. Now I see the jersey on the back and shit.
Right. You see Baltimore it up. He had the pillows behind him last week. You ain't even beat the blitz. He had the Raven pillows sitting right there.
Light bad out here. It's all good.
You got the whole house purple and black.
Hey, man.
You can't have no AFC North colors in this house. You can't have no orange, no yellow,
Now we kind of good with the orange because we got the Oreos. So the
Right.
orange is authorized.
Okay, you can make it work.
Orange and black, you let that slide.
All right, fellas, let's get to it.
For sure.
Good to see y'all, man.
It's that
Once
black and yellow
this almost ain't
surprise.
happened. We ain't almost gonna give y'all 39 real quick. Okay, this is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 39. Didn't nobody wear 39 but like Willie Parker. And I know y'all don't like to talk about Willie Parker.
Who the fuck is Willie Parker?
Running back for the Steelers.
Who?
I think he's there with Jerome. Never mind, okay? I am the Flesh Man, which
Hey
nobody
man,
ever
before you
calls
get in
me
your
anymore.
bag, yo, don't say the Steelers on this podcast ever again. I
said
will,
what I wanna say, man.
excommunicate your ass.
What's the move, man? I'm tired
All
of
right,
this shit.
go ahead,
See,
man.
take a little vacation.
Go ahead,
Take a
man.
little vacation.
Go ahead,
you a
man.
little you a little relaxed.
Go ahead, man.
You got your beard dyed. Ain't no grease out of there. So you want to show your ass.
Is that what we doing tonight? Okay.
Hey, I was trying to be cool.
All right, that's what we doing tonight.
That's the second time you pressed me today.
Bet. That's what we doing
Second
tonight.
time.
You're right. Go ahead.
I am the Flesh Man, which nobody on this podcast called me. So they just call me Neef, I guess. Better known as the Fat Boy. Also known as the man who has no problem calling you broadish. Oh yeah, I'm your Huckleberry.
And I'm Rel, a.k.a. Iceberg Shorty, a.k.a. Little Man in the right-hand corner, a.k.a. the King of Controversial Comments. I said what I said. Don't at me unless you're trying to cut the check. And I ain't fucking up no more, yo. I'm here.
It's Dr. Mike, a.k.a. Cool Mike. In the future, call me Crypto Cool. It's your favorite foot doctor, the people's podiatrist in the house.
With your cool ass.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the homie boy Jew, aka the Charm God, also known as Juice, and the blackest light-skinned nigga you'll ever meet.
Yeah.
I like that. You've been thinking about your shit. Like, I gotta put
I've been
some-
thinking.
Listen, I ain't got enough.
Like, these niggas got about 4 AKAs. I'm just like, hey, it's the boy Juice, the Trump God. The boy
Every week
Juice.
you been adding something else. Every week you slowly but surely adding that shit up.
That's a keeper, baby, no doubt.
Yeah.
No
Sure.
doubt. You is the blackest boy. You is the blackest light skinned nigga I ever met. Your light skin shit on. They got you on light skin probation. Like I don't know. You seen him on that podcast? Check his shit. Get the background check. Like, is he really light skinned? How his mama look?
Right.
His mama light skinned or his daddy light skinned? Both of them? Damn.
Yeah, my shit up for review.
Well, so your beard grow too fast. They try to get you out of here. Like, you dark skin somewhere. All right, y'all. Listen, man. Listen, our timeline, y'all guys make it hard for me, man. I love y'all guys to death, but Juice and Cool this week, you guys have been going off. I had to tell y'all to chill out. So, let's talk, man. What's on your mind? Juice, what's on your mind about this Nipsey situation? You had a lot to say. You know, I want to get your opinion 2 weeks after his passing.
I don't know, man. Yeah, you're right. Me and Cool had a lot to put in the group message. It's just the things that are coming out that everybody, you know, as the dust settles, you start to see weird things and you start to, you know, get more information. It just becomes weird. I think the latest thing was Big U. Shout out to Big U, man, doing a lot in his community. Was talking to the guy named Kerry, who was shot with Nipsey. And he was basically explaining that he just basically saw him on a whim. He didn't plan to meet him at all or anything like that. And they also picked him up. He got shot. He was the guy that got shot along with Nipsey. He got picked up on a alleged probation violation for being associated with the gang member. So, man, I mean, this shit just gets a little weirder every day as stuff comes out. I think that's very foul. They're trying to send this dude back to prison for life. So, man, it's just wild, man. I mean, if you didn't think it was some sort of foul play at first, I think you definitely have to have your radar up now, for sure.
Don't this go back to the meat thing and the reform and what they're trying to fix? Because it's like before a decision is made on a case or a situation, shouldn't there be some kind of look into before you just say matter of factly, oh, was with somebody who's gang related? It's an open and shut case. It's not as open and shut as they make it look, right?
The law makes it open and shut. I mean, you get out on probation, you can't associate with known gang members or felons, and Nipsey was a rolling 60s Crip, and you was with him and you got shot. So they're kind of following the letter of the law. And from that manner, I guess you know, somebody who wasn't a Nipsey fan went out there and went after the dude for a probation violation. Like, you know, let's keep it a buck, man. Probation rules were designed to keep niggas in jail. The end, right? So it's an endless cycle. Did they say, oh, put you back in jail for life for associating with a known gang member? But they want you to get out here in society and get a job where they ask you, have you ever been committed of a crime or a felony? So you can go out there and commit more crimes or felonies and go back to jail.
So this is tough because this came up with my wife, right? And she said, "Oh, you got to make sure this comes up on the podcast." Yeah. And I was like, you know, looking at her. So the reality is, when you say letter of the law, the problem with that is one, and I'm not disagreeing with you, Terrell, but the problem with that is, they can decide whether they prosecute.
Correct. Yes.
There's a decision that's made. So
absolutely.
Yeah, it's illegal to technically do whatever you boppity, but they decide not to prosecute people that don't look like him all
the time. Correct.
Time. That's one thing. That's just one thing. The other part of that is what's one of Nipsey Hussle's nicknames, right? Neighborhood Nip. Okay. Mm-hmm. So everybody knows who he is, where he from, what he stand for, right?
Right.
You from that neighborhood. If you from Cherry Hill veteran. I'm from Cherry Hill. God forbid, let's say something happened and I do 2 decades in prison, right? I get locked up in and around Cherry Hill. Everybody know it. Rich, right? You come home. Where my last known address? Cherry Hill somewhere, right?
Right.
So you mean a homeboy say he just sliding through. You can, in effect, bump across somebody, understand, from your home. You, in effect, can't go back to the neighborhood you've come from. That's the last known address. And if some circumstances happen and you get shot in the back, right? Then they can charge you with affiliation with a known gang member. Are we talking about sitting in a trap house planning crimes or something?
Right.
That's what I think about when you say don't affiliate with known gang members when you get out of prison. I do not think of stop by the store and, you know, pick up something because I ain't got no clothes to wear or whatever the case may be, and Nipsey happened to be there, and then we both get shot, and I'm going back to prison for life. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying?
It's absolutely nuts. Yeah. But you got somebody that's high up, strung out, think they doing the right thing, and sending this dude back to jail because they didn't have to do it. That's my point. They didn't have to violate him.
Right. I mean, it's a situation where there's a well-known fact what happened. The incident's on tape and everything. So like Cool said, I mean, I think when you make these rules, it's about hanging out on a corner where they selling drugs at or something like that, or where there's a bunch of bad things going on. Not this situation, which is a situation that is very public.
Yeah.
The information is very well known what was going on and what seeing him was about.
You would think being a victim of an attempted murder under these circumstances, especially our profile, would be enough for somebody to be like, you know what, I ain't gonna charge him with life and all that, you know, whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But you know, it's a like you say, it's when you do stuff like that, man, it's a lot of layers to that. You know, who is the person charging them? What's the vote? They probably Democratic. I mean, you don't even know. Like, you know what I mean? All for all we know, you don't even. It's just a shame, man.
It's just a lot to unpack. It's sad, man. I think it's definitely time, though. I mean, for us as a people, man, we have to get more involved in the political process. It's time for us to really infiltrate this system, as corrupt as it is, and really just get into the law, man. I mean, because at the end of the day, it's what's on the books. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, they can use what's on the books, and you're right. They have the right to prosecute him or not. So I mean, it's just really what's in the law, what's written down is what they're using, and we gotta change this shit, man. I mean, that's ridiculous. Like, you mean I could just be there? I could just see somebody be there, walk over, and I'm facing life, man. This shit is ridiculous, bro.
Yeah. Right. Wrong place at the wrong time, boy. It's definitely, and damn, he got shot. Like, ain't that enough?
Yeah. And you talking about that? I don't know, man. It's a shitty situation. The whole thing just getting murkier and murkier as it goes along, right? You know what I'm saying? And you know, I've been passively listening to the whole thing, honestly. And then you know the Jesus comparisons with the 33 years old, and you know what I'm saying, people still talking about it, and the music is going, and I guess Reggie Bush is out here doing fuck shit. You know what I mean?
What Reggie Bush do?
Oh, he started the GoFundMe for the kids. Talking about he trying to create a trust for the kids. And Karen Civil got on Twitter like, the family didn't ask you to do this. His life partner didn't ask you to do this. It's been privately asked for you to stop, and you still out here publicly asking for money. Nobody asked you to do this.
See, I didn't know that they stopped. They asked him to stop, but yeah. I know Steven Jackson said something about it. He was saying he knew Reggie and he thought he was trying to really do the right thing. So
I believe you know, you can do the right thing at the wrong time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you think you're out there doing somebody a favor, like, dog. Let them, you know what I mean? Let them be. Like, Nip got enough and his girl got enough, and I think they're gonna have enough that didn't need to be done by Reggie Bush.
If it's and like I usually ride with Stacks, to your point, Juice. But if it's to your point, Ralph, if it's questionable, the answer probably should be no. You know what I mean? Don't do it. You know, so
yeah. And what was their relationship?
That's a conversation to be had, definitely. I don't think that's something you just jump out here and do. That make it seem like they struggling or something. You don't know the situation.
He's saying Reggie made it seem like it was a conversation, and Karen Civil was like, no, it wasn't. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. Karen seems to be pretty close to that situation. Nipsey and Lauren closer than Reggie Bush. You know what I mean? By the same token, Reggie would be damn near crazy to jump out there and be like, yeah, I got a green light, and wasn't at least told a yellow light, so to speak. So you know what I'm saying? If the light was yellow, you know, then I would tend to err on the side of don't do it. But I think his heart can be pure at the same time. So I don't even want to take away from his intent. There's no way I believe I don't even know the dude, but I don't think his intentions was ill.
Right. A situation like that, though, man, like you said, you can have the right intentions, but
leave it alone. Yeah.
Right. You got to be very, very careful. Anybody taking the funeral? I took in some of the funeral. Like I said, man, and I continue. Lauren London, man, to me, she just stands out as just the kind of woman, a strong. You can see why he wanted to keep her. You can see how she probably helped. You can just see her, the strong black woman she is, and it's just, you know, it's a beautiful thing to see just how she G about it, man. She was real G about it. Also, what stuck out to me was Lil Wayne's son. And I think that's an interesting just thought process. And I don't know if I'm going to go into it now or talk about it a little bit, but just the fact that I was a little curious seeing I was curious about Wayne's son regardless as far as Nip and their relationship. And I just kind of curious about probably how that was with him and Wayne. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, me being a father. Huh?
I said, go into it.
Right. I mean, me being a father. And, I mean, I've always told my child, when it comes to other men, like, to be respectful and stuff like that. So I was never in no competitive type situation. You know, all I seen Wayne say was rest in peace. I think he said rest in peace, Nip, or something like that. And that was it. But just the way his son talked about Nip seemed like he was very, you know, played a big part in his life. And, you know, being a dad, I wonder how Wayne takes that. You know what I'm saying? As far as seeing your son being that close and having dreams about Nip and how you even deal with that as far as communicating with your child. I don't know. A lot of things popped up into my head when I seen his son and his reaction to his death, Nipsey's death.
Well, if you live in the household with Nipsey, you know what I'm saying? Like, Wayne's son lived with his mother, who just happened to be Nipsey's boyfriend. I don't see an issue with that other than the fact that both of them cats is famous, right?
Right.
That's some Russell Wilson Future shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but you never know. Now, listen, we talking about the same Lil Wayne who done said some crazy things the last year too.
You don't have no reason to say nothing to nobody raising your child right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's nothing. I come from curious. But I come from that home. You know what I'm saying? So for me, like, fuck my father was gonna say to my stepfather, right? And if you don't know, you know what I'm saying? You don't know that that's my stepfather. That's how close we are. You know what I mean? I have to tell people his last name ain't Morrell.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, you would never know if you ain't know.
So,
go ahead.
a valid question, but I think it's also the reason in part for this podcast. The fact is, the old way of thinking would be like, on some just straight ego and man shit. That's easy. But the reality is, you really, Wayne, forfeits the right to be mad when you, for whatever reason, don't leave yourself in a family or natural household situation. Now, nobody's faulting him for that, especially these days. I don't. I was okay with that. But he would have to be equally mad if his other kid or son at somebody else's house that lived with the other mother, and he got to think of, raising A&M over here, how he feel about, what's the name, husband, and you know what I'm saying? He got,
right.
So that's one thing. Two, I believe Wayne is smart enough and I believe mature enough to see the value in somebody loving his seed. Like ain't no way around that. Like being a part of that entertainment stuff, I'm sure them dudes see real and fake, right? So if Wayne is as real as we perceive or he perceives himself to be, then he damn sure can recognize somebody real like Nipsey. So like that's a hell of a thing to leave an impression. He left an impression on strangers, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if your seed, right, was able to be impressed upon by somebody whose spirit, leaves, that's only great, man. Them kids just, that's on some my seed, marry his seed shit. Yeah. Like when all of that creativity, I don't think they did it by on purpose, but that creativity and that mindset and that bloodline, man, they the more loving on them in the village side of the game, the merrier, I think. So I don't think it's nothing.
Right, true.
Does Lil Wayne and his son, do they have a relationship? I'm sure they do have some sort of relationship.
Right, we don't know how far it go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't think he'd be mad at that, man. You can't be mad in a situation. You hope as a grown man that if you're not with your woman no more, you hope that they make a good choice and who they get with, and that man's gonna respect your children,
right,
and help take care of your children the way you would, because essentially that's what's happening. So I don't think you could be mad at that, man. And if that dude looked up to him and said, which we know he did, and really respected him, then you just kind of gotta that's good. That's what you hope for.
Right. We wish every man thought like that. You know what I'm saying? As a father, we wish, but being realistic, that's not always the situation.
I don't even associate with dudes like that. Like, who talk like that?
Right.
Well, I'm not even around cats who think this way.
But it's out there though, bro. It's definitely.
No, we ain't judging. We just saying. We ain't standing for it no more. It's the same kind of thing like just somebody that don't even want to take care of their kids. I'm not fucking with you on no nothing but superficial level. Not at all. And it's the same thing. If somebody like you gotta like that's some OG stuff. That's young OG stuff. Yeah, I get it, but young bro, if you mad that she messing with some other nigga, you like this is what you did wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's it. And so that's all you can do at that point. And that's what I would say to a young man that would be upset in that same moment, that I would consider an associate or a friend if it came to that. But you're not gonna get an unsolicited opinion, from me and on some stranger stuff. But like I would tell a young cat or older cat or somebody who was in that situation the same way. I think it's important that you ask the question because we might be the minority in the thinking. I don't know. We might come across as a majority because we are saying the same thing more or less, but we may be the minority of a voice of folks. But listen, man, before I don't even know, but before I met my wife, it was nothing for me to throw my fast food joint right out the window in the car. I'm riding in the car, throw it out the window. Right. I meet my wife, right, and we out. I mean, I meet my, it's my girl or whatever. Well, not even my girl. We just dating some new chick at the time. I throw something out the window. She like, "What you doing?" I never even understood like littering was a thing till somebody. You feel me? Like I'm dead ass.
That's funny.
Somebody said something. You know what I'm saying? Now it wasn't even like on some impressive. It's like, yo, somebody got to pick that up. That's taxes. That's a whole thing. Like I wasn't even thinking that far. Bad for the earth. All of that. I'm just trying to be respectful of my company at this point. So I would say the same thing of a young cat who got his ego caught up in somebody that's loving his son. I would say Future. You better be lucky you picked a decent one that's gonna love on your kids. You understand? Because this nigga boyfriend out here, chick's boyfriend out here that's killing their kids. You get somebody that's gonna love on them, financially help and support them. That's what you would want. You ain't got no rights to decide who she lay down with once that situation is there, especially if it's not a polygamy situation that she agreed upon, where it's a couple of them in one household and everybody pulling their weight. That's fine too. You know what I'm saying? If that's what they agree upon. But if it's win, lose, or draw and y'all just co-parenting, you ain't got no rights to who she with no more. Young Cat or Future or whomever the brother is. And we might be in the minority in that voice.
But see, like, because it's like Juice say. Juice always talking about these cats with these mamas out, like they don't got men around them to teach them these kind of things. You get what I'm saying? So they're very sensitive. They're very, you know what I'm saying? So as much as we think the
mothers,
same,
put your kids on the podcast.
You said who?
I said, tell the mothers to put their kids on the podcast. You want some grown man shit, and you ain't got nobody around, Brothers Talking Shit podcast.
We got you.
Right. Listen, they got to sit down for 2 hours on a Tuesday and learn this here science. Yeah. It's the Young OG podcast for real.
Stop listening to motherfucking Blueface rap off beat.
But you know what? I mean, the point that you make and you rail and that was being made is understandable for us. I don't think everybody grasps this. You know what I'm saying? I think that's definitely, it makes sense to us. It makes sense to me, definitely. I definitely would want my child to be around that positive male who's doing the right things and giving him jewels that I might not be able to give him all the time. I'm secure in my fatherhood and me being a father anyway.
That's the point.
So
it's insecurity, it's ego.
I'm on both sides. I'm a man who has a child who my child can be around another man, and then I'm a man who's around another man's children. You know what I'm saying? So I understand both sides of the game. So the maturity that we have doesn't necessarily, it's not across the board as far as in general. What else did y'all take from the funeral? As far as what stuck out the funeral wise? As far as
goddamn Louis Farrakhan called him Nipsey Russell.
Oh wow!
Wrong black man. Louis. God damn it.
I'm old as shit, dog.
I missed that one.
He don't get a fucking pass. No.
For me, it was his brother, man. Like, his brother, that shit, I cried, dog. Like, because I could tell that was genuine and that was real. And just him talking about them growing up, that shit just put a lot of things in perspective for me, man. So his brother, that was a powerful part of that whole funeral situation, man. Just him talking about him, and you could just tell them with some genuine dudes, man. I loved it, man. I loved every part of what he had to say, and he was hurt, man. I mean, this shit just real. It just put a realness on it all. I mean, motherfuckers was cursing. It's it's on CNN. They talking about the set nigga and fuck this, and I mean, to see that shit in all its blackness, I loved every moment of that shit.
I'm just loving how hip hop too, man, and we hope it don't, you know how it's like this for a little while. Everybody's just T.I. went to the store, brought out the store. Game went to the store, brought out the store. Meek went to the store, brought out the store. I see a lot of what I see too is a lot of the. Remember how we were talking about how the older guys, the Jay-Z's and them, they're realizing, they putting it's about getting money now, and it's competitive. I'm seeing that with the guys that's around Nip's level, where you seeing Meek and J. Cole and the love they giving, and Drake and all. Like, you see these cats they was all coming up together, was probably competing with each other, and realizing they lost one of their own from that group of guys. You get what I'm saying? You see them guys uniting, and like I seen an interview with J. Cole, and J. Cole was saying how he had talked to Nip 3 weeks ago. And he was like, yo, we got to do something. I can't believe we ain't doing nothing. We got to do something this year. And he was gone. So, with that, and then he said, I seen the part of that interview talking about how when that happened, he thought of Meek and how him and Meek got to do something. So it's definitely good to see these young cats realizing, let's all get a lot. We all getting money. We all eating out here. All the foolishness. Even though I like to see a little bit of that lyrical combat. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get to that because I heard y'all got some shit to say.
But. Oh, you make a great point, man. They can't kill us all under suspicious circumstances. And I mean, like, us in the big sense of us, because the awakening, the feeling like Renaissance is happening. The feeling like a lot of people, the wave and the cool, making like ownership cool is the point, actually, right? So yeah, it sounds old when you hear a 40-something-year-old hoe talk about, you know what I mean? I could have bought a house in Dunbar like a few years back. Now it's cool when you hear these 30-something-year-old cats, you know, talking about just closed 2 deals last week, both commercial units. Like, what's a commercial unit? Like down the weird, like on the commercial real estate that houses the clinics. You understand? Like, so it becomes cool, you know, on that level. Neath, like, yeah, the young cats, and so never mind looking towards entertainers, right, to continue the wave, right? Think about with Nipsey, for whatever, why can't we really wrap our understanding around why it's different? I don't know still, but each and every one of us, you go in any comment section anywhere, it be strangers on my timeline, dudes, regular dudes, truck drivers, photographers, you know what I mean, principals, like, how does this feel different? This hurts different. So the marathon continues. Girl from Charlie Hill, shout out to Dee's Juice Bar, just celebrated her anniversary, 1 year in business, man. Regular Charlie Hill chick did a juice bars off of like Baltimore Street, somewhere down there, and you know, put the marathon continues, like regular, supremely, and I don't mean like regular, but like supremely talented, like, but regular and regular that's not famous. Black people are succeeding, you know what I'm saying, and putting in, understand the marathon continues. Because you look up, and now we over 30, we over 35, some of us over 40, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah, I'd have been knocked down, I lost a bag, I messed that up, still here. Wait a minute, it is a marathon. It ain't no run the bag up real fast and say it, and then we spend 2 summers balling, and then we, like, hey, that ain't really probably how your life gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So we coming around, it seems, individually, and I think there's a collectivism of understanding, you know, that Nipsey's death like shocks you a little bit or jolts you to reality. Keep grinding, keep moving. This is the now is the time. Technology, like, you know what I mean? Make it happen. Ownership. How do we do that? You ain't got it now, do you got it in 6 months? You ain't got it in 6 months, you got it in 6 years. Like, it don't even matter. Keep doing it. Because it's a marathon, ain't no sprint. You know what I mean? So that's a hell of a legacy, bro. A hell of a legacy.
Real quick though, right? It's something that you said that jumped out to me was like, and it makes sense because, like, when Hov say something to a guy, to these guys is like 20-something, it's like, oh man, it's like your dad saying something, right? But then when you hear like Meek like your old head, and that takes me to like my Uncle Nick, who's my dad's best friend. His son is 12 years younger than me, right? So I come home from the Navy, I'm like 24, 25, his son is like 12. He could tell his son something all day, but his son look at me like, you know, I'm the OG. You know what I'm saying? So when I say it, it's cool. When his dad say it, he's just old. You get what I'm saying? So what my uncle used to do was, he would call me, yo, nephew, you better get with him, boom, 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 boom. And I would get with him, so it sound better coming from you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not old like them. Yeah. So when we got the older guys, the Puffs and all them, it might be even with the tip and the Kodak thing, we could jump into that a little bit in a minute, but you know, they don't take the message the right way. Then when you hear it from somebody a little bit older than you, even to the extent I was watching something on Instagram, and it had to be Coachella. It was Puff, and he's with his sons, but Meek was there, and Meek was talking to his sons like, yeah, your dad, this, that, and the third, and you know, you don't get it till somebody else that you think is dope tell you some shit about. I mean, your folks. Somebody can tell you, your dad was this, your dad was the coolest, whatever. Your kid not. But then when somebody else tell them, you get what I'm saying? It come off differently. And then they know how to portray it to them where it makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Because they look to them as, you know, them being cool instead of the older guys, or they just old, they don't know what they're talking about.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm feeling good today, man. We got to start doing this shit on Mondays. I don't know, man. I'm feeling good. Mike feeling good. Mike back. I hear the back. He got a thing on his back. Robe on. Like he just cracked that robe. If that robe got Cherry Hill on the back, I swear to God, I'm going to lose my mind, yo.
Shout out to Dr. Fan.
I like that, man.
Yeah.
He cooler than all us, and he the oldest show. That shit is cool.
Hey, you touched on a good thing. I think that's really a good segue to get into the Kodak situation. Because I remember, like, T.I. was the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the hard head nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, hat to the side and shit. And it's like, he's grown. And I've got some, he's hit or miss with me on certain issues because I think he forgets, you know what I'm saying, how he made money off the same ratchet shit. But at the end of the day, I respect a lot of what he has to say. But with Kodak, man, I'm not for canceling Kodak. Even on my Facebook, I was like, I don't care, like, for what he had to say. I would cancel him. But the more I think about it, I think these guys do kind of got to get around him and just say, hey, man, like, you young. You feeling, you holding your nuts. You feel like you gotta be a certain way, but you don't have to be that way. You need to tone it down, man. You can really get into this money. You can really change shit. And somebody gotta really get around
it down, though, dog. He ain't toning it down. He out there calling T.I. sons faggots today.
But see, you know what though?
Yo, somebody gonna hurt him. You don't.
See, what was messed up at, what T.I. messed up at was this social media. Call that man. Get that man on the phone and have a conversation with that man. Embarrassing him and trying to check him in front of his peers and the rest of the world ain't no other way to get a point across, no matter how right you are.
So T.I.'s first comment you felt was disrespectful in a disrespectful G-chat?
I don't think it was, but I think first of all, T.I. older. You can make that phone call. T.I., you're not one of these. Like before Instagram, for you to be a street guy, your point is right. Ain't you all the way right, and your ass back and get feelings about it and everything. But to take it and put him on blast, have a conversation with that man. You get what I'm saying? Point blank, period. If you got a problem, come on, man. Like, that shit is the corniest shit in the world to me, just to be on Instagram going in on somebody when you can find that man number and have that conversation.
He said, and I quote, "What you making songs for? ? Trying to get in the game, nigga? Take your ass out of the game. You should have made one of your faggot ass little sons write a rap."
Right. See, at the end of the day, he deserves hands and feet on him for shit like that. That's hands and feet action. But I'm just saying from the rip, if Tip had a problem with it, Tip, I'm pretty sure he could call somebody and get that man on the phone and have a conversation with him without it being, check that shit right now. And then it wasn't just him; it was other people too. So he kind of felt ganged up on. I'm making an excuse for Kodak because the day he did wrong. But you being older, you gotta think about it yourself. You get what I'm saying? That's why, perfect example. If I got a problem with you, I'm not gonna air that out on a group joint. I'm gonna hit you directly and have that conversation.
What are we? And I don't mean this disrespectfully, but what are we protecting in Kodak Black?
What do you mean protecting?
If we I'm not for canceling him. Let me be clear. But if dudes stop streaming and buying his music, what are we protecting by saying let's still champion and allow him to be? It's
honestly, he don't exist in my world for real. Like the world I live in, there is no Kodak Black.
So we just talking about like music and like trap music at this point. We're not talking community activism. We're not talking like the loss of. And I'm not trying to be funny. I'm asking a question before So like in general, or are we? I don't know, Juice.
We can't hear you, Juice.
I can't hear you.
Damn.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
You about to be the king of fucking up.
Yeah, you about to get the crown. I'm about to pass that shit on. Add that shit to your AKA, Juice.
I try to minimize noise.
No, you're right. And we appreciate that, bro.
To all my fans, I'm so sorry. I love y'all. Nah, but
hit him with a flash moment.
I feel like
baby.
I feel like he's a young nigga like they once were.
Right.
Like they made their money. They was young, hard-head guys. They were the rock stars of our day. I mean, these guys are the rock stars of their day. Rock and roll is edgy. It's rebellion. I mean, it's all that. And I think just because it's black face to it, we make it more violent and more, obscene. We attach those odd things to it, but it's really rock and roll. It's just you young doing young shit. And I think for him, it's not that we're protecting his message, because I don't think he has a message, so to speak, but he has an opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Like one day, Kodak Black is, how old is he? Like 20, 21?
21, I think.
He young.
21, 22.
One day he gonna be 30, man, and he gonna look back and be like, that was dumb, and he gonna be doing different shit.
Is he though? That was the point I was about to make.
What you mean?
Is he gonna look back and be like,
he may. Like it's hard to say. I think you have to give him a chance because of his influence. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I kind of look at it.
So I put out there, like, it was on some social media stuff, but I put out there like the only thing you really can do is pray that he matures, that he stays alive long enough to mature through this moment, because that's all he has. He ain't trying to hear none of this shit. That's part, like, it ain't even like so. The problem I have is some people really was trying to pull his coat. The other problem is he wasn't taking no fucking phone calls. I bet you that's the truth.
He running around talking about he slapped sticky fingers.
He wasn't taking no phone calls. Another thing, the other part of that is, like, in general terms, he said several things or done several things, from like colorism and talking about black women, you know what I'm saying, to the Gucci thing, to like, it's a lot of stuff. And I think part of the issue is almost like Donald Trump, like, saying too much. Like, you could be real and shut the fuck up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing is you might be messing with a bag or two or three or four. You can get to a point where venues might not book you. You know what I'm saying? Because you popping off and niggas want to shoot you, or because you disrespected. That's what I'm saying. Like, it ain't about being tough at some point. Tank came out like, it's about the money. You know what I mean? It's about your bag. So opportunity, somebody got to protect him from himself almost, or that opportunity going to drive the fuck up. I guarantee you ain't got no money to last you when them shows stop. You ain't got that kind of money yet. Meek ain't have enough money to get his own self out of his situation when he went to prison. So I know Black ain't got enough money to last generationally when them shows stop. So get it right first. You know what I'm saying? And all you gotta do is be less. You know what I mean? You could who be these niggas putting that up? Who posted that of him saying that to begin with? You don't need no going viral moment. You are a viral moment.
But let's go back.
Lives and stuff, huh? Go ahead.
Let's go back. Is this that 6ix9ine shit?
Yes. Whoa,
but he don't even need. He already know how to do that.
What you mean?
I don't know if it's the wait. When you say is it the 6ix9ine shit, you mean in terms of like him trolling?
Right, he's doing things to get the attention.
I think he's just a little ignorant nigga.
Yeah.
I'm just being honest. Like, he's a little ignorant nigga that really doesn't. He's typical, bro. We've grown up with that type.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Without the statements that he make, what would make Kodak Black stick out to you? Out of all the young cats in his generation that's coming up rapping, what would make him? You know what? That Kodak Black is special.
Hey, let me say something, man. That dude. For a while, I dismissed him. Not dismiss him outright, but like, he wasn't on my radar because he's not of my generation, so it's easy to not pay attention. But then, like, pop culture wise, you kind of forced to pay attention. There's a couple joints where it's the same thing. It's the same thing as Future saying Molly Percocet versus rep the set, gotta rep the set. You talk about flow, and you talk about cadence, and you talk about choosing the right beats and all of that kind of stuff. He can make songs. He can make good songs. He can make good music. That's why you pray for somebody to stay alive to get through the ignorance. You know what I'm saying? So if you take his top 5 songs, your kids or somebody's kids know them outright. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. He don't stand for nothing, and that's the hard part when we elevating as a people and we on some stand for something shit. The wave is self-destruction and UNITY, and we all in the same game. The wave ain't no ignorant dumb shit that you popping. I'm sorry, and we calling you on it.
But even with the T.I. thing, let's go back to T.I. A couple years ago, when T.I. wasn't 21, this motherfucker couldn't stay out of jail. was doing a lot of bonehead shit. You know what I'm saying? So you know what it's like. You get what I'm saying? Like he's getting attacked by all. I'm not defending him at all. He's dead wrong, and I like somebody will end up killing his ass. You see what happened on that stage?
So that's the point. That's T.I.'s point. If you see one of the things, and I don't mean to just keep talking, but like he talked about when you invite that. That's where we at with it. When you invite that energy, 6ix9ine invited that energy. T.I. invited the energy. We can't forget the gun situation. His homeboy got killed. That's where he's coming from with this shit.
Right. I'm not listening. T.I. all the way right. The only thing wrong about T.I. in this situation to me is going on social media instead of or finding somebody that Kodak respect and let's have a conversation. You know what I'm saying?
But T.I. wasn't the only person that said something though. That's my point. He wasn't the only one.
Said something.
Right. Why he ain't talking crazy to the game?
Hey, my thing with T.I. though, I feel like with T.I. sometimes it's a bit much because it's like you forget you made money off the same shit you condemning now. Like I don't know, I be in a weird. I'm not saying you can't grow because I think you said that cool maybe a couple weeks ago. Like you can grow, but I just feel like maybe I'm going back to what you said, Neef, because he had that road. His approach could be more solid. You know what I'm saying? Like he probably should have picked up the phone, called them. Like, what's up with all this public? Yo, I'm so tired of that shit.
Exactly.
Rappers, bro. What's up with all this? I'ma get on Instagram and 50 Cent too. Like that nigga trash for that, bro. Like for real. Like that's some. I'ma see you in the street on site.
What 50 Cent did?
It just he does that. Yeah, he's a troll.
Oh yeah.
Like,
yeah.
No.
You know, it's like
Juice. No, Juice.
Huh?
Hey. You gotta appreciate 50 Cent is the original troll, bro.
He is.
But you know if 50 Cent is not never. You see him as not gonna be one of them. You already know. If you know anything else, I know that. And I never met the man. But I'm pretty sure all the trolling he does
is real. What you mean?
I don't think it's gonna be a problem. When he see you, it's not gonna be on go. 50 just doing it for the entertainment value.
It ain't gonna be.
If 50 getting trolled, what would we be checking 50 for?
Man, no. I mean, I don't mean to. I ain't mean to. What's his name? But
Boy, cool.
I'm saying it ain't gonna be on go because 50 Cent like 6'2", 2 something. Like we listen.
Ain't he good with them hands? Ain't he good with them hands?
Like I don't like trolls, but I appreciate 50 Cent's trolling approach because what's the song? How to Rob. Out the door. That's the, you know what I mean?
That's how he's been.
Song, Wankster. He the same nigga from, what's his name? Like, and we
he never changed, right.
He never changed. So that's the only thing I was saying. Like,
I feel you on that.
A little bit different. And he really about that action. When Rick Ross raps, don't forget the gas can, jealous stupid motherfucker. 50 Cent might have really burned down his baby mama. But like, you ain't finna play. He was supposed to be on medicine when he was little. You understand?
Right.
Now, the same mind that flipped vitamin water, that sold 10 million albums, diamond a few times, that do power and all this BMF shit coming out now. It's the same mind. So it's some evil genius about 50. As long as he don't, I almost keep him at regular troll status so he won't get no more evil with his genius. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it.
I mean, he's definitely a genius.
He out here trademarking I ain't got it for old girl.
Yo, is he not making her pop?
Go ahead, Juice. Go ahead, Juice. I didn't cut you. Oh, Juice was talking, yo.
Nah, I'm just saying, like, he's a genius at just, I don't know, I don't like the confrontation on social media. Like, I'm a one-on-one, call me, let's talk about it type guy. I just, maybe the 50 is maybe a bad example right now because he's more funny than anything and he has more productivity in what he does. But these other guys, man, as far as like, I'm gonna deal with it online, I'm gonna call, I'm gonna check you online, I'm gonna G-check you online, shit. It's like, dude, that's
not, they call it clout chasing.
Though. That's not G shit. G shit is, yo, I think whether it's family or whatever, I'm not gonna sit back here because I got a problem with Rel. Let me go on the internet. Like I said, I wouldn't even, if I got a problem with Rel, I'm going to text Rel.
Hey, yo, do you do more than 2 takes, 1 take if you got a problem with a nigga and you go on the internet? You be like, yo, so I got to cut.
Yeah, tough guy shit. Yeah, yo, it might be like 20 takes.
Yo, they probably be doing that. Real talk.
Stirring this shit.
Before you post it.
Nigga got a notebook like this. Married, had a little lamb. Married. No, but I do feel like, man, y'all kind of box him in the corner. What them guys have to understand, whether it's 50 or game, two guys who are hotheads, especially at a young age. If somebody was to come at you, no matter how wrong you are, no matter how right they are, on social media, how would you react to it? You're gonna be defensive.
Yeah.
Do y'all think? What about T.I. taking him out the? Yo, T.I. petty man.
Out the trap museum.
Yeah,
That shit's funny.
It's his shit. So I mean,
yeah, right. What you gonna do? Right.
Yeah, whatever.
Anything else on the Nipsey tip? I'm still curious because we haven't heard why this man has killed Nipsey. We haven't heard a reason for him killing Nipsey.
Have we seen a mugshot?
No, I don't know. Maybe.
How my man got charged right with the but the getaway driver. Have we seen her?
No, we ain't seen her.
Well, the story with her is that she turned herself in, and that she basically said she didn't even know that was gonna happen. She was just there, and she turned herself in and said she just, she didn't know what he was doing.
Yeah, okay. That's what they told us.
Right, I mean,
that's what they said.
Yeah.
We're not hearing much about his situation at all, though, are we?
Nah.
We might need to leave that shit alone.
This podcast ain't gonna make the end.
Right.
Episode 39, bro.
40.
No, I hit the button, bro. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. I hit the fucking button. That shit crazy. Anything else on that? Why you so quiet over there, Terrell?
Oh, rest in peace, Nip, yo. I was waiting to see if anybody else was gonna chime in.
The marathon continues, baby. Like I be feeling like
victory lap all day, every day, yo.
It's so many jewels. It's ridiculous, actually. Yeah. Like, thank God for Nip because it's like not so buried treasures everywhere. You can go on YouTube and the suggestions are gonna be, hey, watch this Nipsey Hussle interview. You can listen to his music and like every other bar is some super elevated shit you ain't hear the first time. You know what I'm saying? Like, Third Eye Opening, Spook Sat by the Door. You can get a book list on here. I downloaded the book off his Breakfast Club interview. You know what I mean? Like, that Lauren London taught him. Like,
right.
We there with it. I'm all in with it.
And know what's underrated is being able to hear and see. Because what's crazy is, y'all know my mom passed away about 5 years ago. I don't have anything with her voice on it. Nothing with her voice on it at all. No video, no nothing. Nothing. Like, I'll sit here and be like, damn, why didn't I never? At least her son can go and hear his voice, and his son's gonna be able to, though he won't remember him, he'll be able to, get something from that, and get a part of his dad at least. If you look at, just change the subject a little bit, like Lil CJ, Christopher Wallace Jr., he coming out with the weed strand named, what do you name it? Frank White?
Is it Frank White or Notorious?
I think it's Frank White. But his daughter got the shot called Notorious with 2 S's, though. Mm-hmm. So that's the beautiful thing, too. Let's think about hip-hop and where now the generation, now we're seeing, like, the kids of our stars being grown and taking on this, like, like the second generation of this shit, where you got young CJ with his own strand for his dad, where you see his daughter with her own thing. So we're seeing now, like, the next, what they say, this is the first real rich generation of hip-hop and all that. Now we're seeing the future kids come up and be this hip-hop thing ain't just music. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. We're seeing the kids grow up as part of that. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think of that?
I think that shit live. Straight up. I think that shit is dope. I think you're also gonna see hip hop influence. I think y'all talked about this too, like you seeing the 30-year-old guys, basically give the green light on doing things that's gonna change your paradigm, your legacy. you finna see a lot of people you're gonna see more entrepreneurs, sure.
Yeah.
And Rel always say, I think he said the next president is going to, what you say, I can't remember something about their favorite, one day the president's favorite album is going to be The Blueprint. You know what I'm saying? We see how this hip-hop thing is like a race. And I don't know who said it, but hip-hop isn't, it's like its own race of people. I think Nori said it. I think Nori said something like, I want to get everything in my life from hip-hop. He said, I want Jim Jones to be my weatherman. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's what it's becoming. It's so much more than hip-hop. When hip-hop first started, it was rap, and it was the DJ, and it was tagging on the walls, and it was breakdancing. Now we're seeing how hip-hop, and then I think it became more of it just being a rap thing. And now, in this generation, we're seeing it be more than just music again. It's all these different aspects of things, dimensions of hip-hop.
I'm telling you now, man, like, that's the whole point. The last part is the leverage component. The last part is, hey, we need to own our own shit. That's the last part. So whatever it is, marijuana, own it, right? Yeah. Clothing line, store, own it. Brick and mortar, e-commerce, own it. It don't matter, right? Music, own your own masters, because Nipsey said it's cool. Kanye trying to buy his masters back. Imagine if he came in the game owning his, he trying to buy his publishing back. Imagine he came in the game owning all of his publishing from College Dropout on, right? So
we never dug into that neither.
When it plays in movies, his kids can get paid. That's the real thing. They let you run a checkup, but they never give you leverage. Ownership is in anything you do, from foot cream to restaurants to music and studio, whatever it is, bro.
Own it.
That's the last part. Own it.
But as successful he's been in music, the fact that his situation is like that, if his situation is like that, it's a lot of people that.
Well, you know, when Kanye came on, man, those initial deals, like, they were fucked. I mean, that was that last part of the record industry. This is before streaming. This is before you really had any kind of power. Man, those deals are fucked. Most of them deals are fucked up.
All them years around Jay, I don't see how you wasn't.
That's not Jay's fault.
I'm not saying it's Jay's fault, but when
you already signed it.
But when you around all this information.
No, he already. The timing was off, like you said.
So it was he was already in too deep by the time.
Yeah. The timing was off. That's what.
But to get out of it.
That's where the young cats win. This is where the Migos on, from the Migos generation on. You can count about like this. The young cats win. So when, as we said it before, I believe when Offset raps, back ends on. He said it real fast and bad bougie. Back ends on back ends on back ends. You ain't signing me to no 360 deal where you get my intellectual property, so you get to own the music and you get to own you give me an advance, and then when the shit come in, you get the money first and then decide what to pay me. Oh, we got to take off for the white man that we said was the A&R. Oh, we got to take off for the limousine service, the plane ticket that was first class and all that. No. The new wave, them Coach K dudes and TDE, all them dudes, Nipsey, we licensing our music, so we own it. We just gonna 50-50 split this. I'm gonna allow you to use it and promote me. Like, that's the new thing. So that's it. Kanye missed that boat. So he's a creative genius, but he ain't had an ownership part. So Steve Stout was saying only a couple of the major artists kind of own their stuff. You know what I mean? Maybe the Beyonce's. He said the U2, right? He said Jay-Z's, like kind of like outright. But yeah, Kanye just missed that wave, man. You know, and basically he was of an era where you wanted to pop. Then like so them telling Rockefeller no was the blessing. That's how they say it. It was a blessing that they told us no, and then it was fucked up at Priority, and all these things happened so that we can go to Def Jam. The Dame used to notoriously say we don't work for Def Jam, we partnership.
Partnership.
Yeah.
But for him,
he just missed the boat.
For him to be the OG, for him to be as big as, and his, you know, I don't know him, but his ego seems crazy. The fact that his situation is a situation, gotta be something that eats at.
What, Kanye?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Kanye wasn't supposed to be as big as he is. Right, you know what I'm saying? That never was suspected. Nobody was rushing to sign Kanye.
Yeah, he signed it. Yeah, he did.
Remember, Cameron pulled on the deal. You know what I'm saying?
And you know the part, it's a part in there, a clause, and it's a publishing. No, I don't think it's like the masses stuff, but it's the publishing part, and they basically say he can't quit.
Right. He can't retire.
Can't quit. Can't take an extended break in between music and shit. Yeah. Something crazy. So you signed that though.
But see, they was
like you signed that. So no matter what, you can read, nigga.
But see, they were saying that whole 5 albums, 7 songs, all that shit played a role in whatever agreement of him trying to meet certain requirements to that thing he signed.
And all them albums was trash.
You made that very, very clear throughout the year or so that it's been, bro.
It's almost been a year. It's been 10 months. All that shit was basuda.
You also gotta understand this too, though, man. Like during those times, and I think Bun B was talking about this, like when they shot the video for Big Pimpin'. Like this is back when budgets for the video was like
crazy,
$1 million. Like companies was spending so much money, so they had to recoup that shit. Like it's kind of like, you know, it's fucked up, but it's business. You know what I'm saying? Like they were spending so much money on the artist that they had to put you in some kind of situation where you could always make money for them. I mean, but then like even tours, man, the tour bus, the roadies, the everything, the bands, the lights, like they were doing this shit, dude. So now, you know, when you think about like Nipsey, so like when we got to like 2010, right? We started seeing Big Crit and all those guys. They didn't have they were doing it themselves.
Yep.
And they were making minimalistic shows do well.
Yep.
So the game changed. 2010, the game really changed.
Tell it, dude.
I mean, if you sit back and look at TLC, when they had the #1 album in the world, it was dead broke.
Yeah.
30 cents an album.
That shit crazy.
Y'all niggas still signing deals for real. At the label, here, come on, man.
Before we leave the Nipsey thing, I know we stepped away from it for a minute. Let's talk about Laura. How you spell Ingraham? The chick from that was laughing throughout the funeral.
Yeah.
The story.
Oh yeah. Laura, the Fox News.
Right, that was laughing through.
Well, she was laughing through the story, right? So basically, what she did was talk about the funeral. Went back 3 years to FDT, which is YG's song featuring Nipsey Hussle, by the way, and tried to make it seem like, you know, he shouldn't have done that because black unemployment is at its all-time lowest ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that's the equivalent of saying, I know you're a slave, but I ain't whipped you in a week. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's funny because I was having a conversation about it today. And I was just like, you know, just going back and forth with I'm like, nah, yo, like no matter what, she was wrong and foul, and she was trying to make a point. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't get no cool points for being a person that slapped Floyd Mayweather in first grade. Like, oh, I slapped a nigga then. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do nothing about it now. He was a chump then, he a chump now. Dog, I'm a totally different person. You know what I mean?
Right.
Totally different person.
That league is out of line. Period. First off, they got the artist wrong, and they throwing YG up there. I think that shit's inappropriate, and I think that she should be penalized for that shit. Period.
Very insensitive. Should she be fired?
Hell yeah.
It's Fox News. Not gonna happen. They don't fire nobody. Yeah. They want her to do stuff like that.
There isn't any sponsorship. See, here's the problem. Should she be? Yes. Will she be? No, because there's no concerted effort where our demographic or Nipsey's demographic would force her sponsorship to stop sponsoring her show. That is the only reason that they respond to things like that in a firing, or even that she's not even going to get reprimanded. She might apologize. I doubt it. But she's not even going to get reprimanded if you ask me.
Apologize for what? Everybody who watch it feel the same way. They allow her to get on there and say a recently released song, which is over 36 months old, You know what I'm saying? To further her argument, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, was he even president when that song came out? I thought it was before the election.
I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure if he was I'm not. Wait.
It's okay. I got Google. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
But hold on. As somebody who's on the news, and I don't know if she's being fed the information that she's receiving or she's talking about. But shouldn't you be on point if that's your job? If your job is a news, what they call them, a news person on the news or whatever, a TV person out on the news, you should have your information should be on point and correct, right?
That's assuming you think they care. They don't even care, man. They ain't even got the intern in the damn who's probably responsible for pulling the clip off of YouTube and daggone well Vivo somewhere. Ain't even get it right. Like they don't even care.
So the lack of respect is the disrespect is extreme.
They don't even care at that point.
Right. March 30th, 2016. He didn't win the presidency until November.
and nobody thought he was going to win in March. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Off of Still Brazy. Dope ass album though.
Crazy. The city of Chicago is suing Jesse, man. City of Chicago want their fucking money, dog.
Hey, fuck Jesse.
Yeah. I don't have much to say about it. You know what I'm saying? Whether they get it, whether they don't, who gives a shit? Why they spend their time goddamn suing him? They need to be taking the guns off the street. That's fuck out of here. Y'all need to fix more problems than $140,000 from Jussie Smollett, who probably gonna have a hard time getting another job. Fuck Jussie.
It's over for Jussie though.
Yeah, whatever. Next.
Yeah, I think it's a wrap for Jussie.
Yeah, I don't think anybody from that show besides Terrence Howard and the people who are already established, them new faces, I think it's gonna be hard for them to move around. What have they done outside the young boy who had a little? If you didn't get it popping that first couple seasons, as far as you doing it on your own somewhere else, it's kind of like being in college basketball. Like the more years you play, the less NBA teams are interested in you, the more flaws they see in you. So if you ain't get it popping that second season of what's the name of the show? Empire. You in too deep. Ain't nobody gonna wanna. You already established yourself as that character. You know, it's like being Urkel. Mm-hmm. It was hard for Jaleel White to. You know what I'm saying? So unless you get it popping while you hot, because it was hot. No, that's not front. Empire was hot. That was that time to go and take them opportunities, get the movies popping. The young boy did the New Edition joint on BET. I ain't seen him since. Before that.
Yeah.
They ain't did no music. Ain't nobody really did no albums or nothing. So I mean, what does really come from that? That's all they got for real.
Yeah.
Y'all see Hove doing Webster Hall?
Who?
Hove doing Webster Hall next Friday.
That shit gonna be on Tidal probably. Okay. You know Tidal gonna air it.
It came across my feed.
Do I?
Yeah.
$15 I spend them.
And guess what I don't do? I don't even be on it, but I got it.
I got Tidal.
Yeah, I got Tidal and Apple Music.
Yeah, I got that in Apple Music. You know what I mean?
But they need to stop playing and get brothers talking on Tidal. What the fuck wrong with them?
Let's do it.
What waiting on?
Let's do it.
Second best podcast in the world right now. You asked me, we the first best, but I'm gonna let them. They got now, we got next though.
I really see. I believe you, dog. This podcast is the hottest for sure.
Nobody, motherfuckers ain't saying shit. I be saying y'all shit. I be saying shit.
We be saying stuff. Y'all.
We better than y'all. We better than y'all. I follow you on the gram. I hear the content. You better get you one of these. You ain't got one of these. That's our problem. The fucking book. I got a fresh shit. I'm ready.
You got some rhymes in there? I know you wrote some rhymes.
No, sir.
You got book of rhymes? Book of rhymes?
I don't rap. Nah, I'm cool off that. Country music not accepting Lil Nas. Man, how y'all feeling about Lil Nas?
I like the remix. Well, Billy Ray Cyrus is killing it. Billy Ray Cyrus on the trap beat is fucking bananas. I like it. I like it a lot.
How they trying to ban the young guy, man? Saying he's not really country music, man. See, that's that white privilege shit, man.
Right. So
Juice, I'm with you, Juice. I'm tired of this shit.
Huh?
Juice.
I'm tired of this shit, Juice. This white privilege. Know who doing this? White women. See, I said white women is really behind this little Nas shit.
Hey, you know what? Hey, what you drinking in that cup, man?
This some Sky.
Okay. Hey, listen. Not cool. You go, cause you had something to say.
No, not much. I just the unfortunate part is like my kids sing the song, right? So the unfortunate part of it is that it is on some. No, first of all, he snapped on the song. What's my man name? Who's on there?
Billy Ray.
Billy Ray. Yeah, because Miley Cyrus tweeted or something, right? Billy Ray snapped on the verse. Okay, that's let me give him a shout out. Two, it shouldn't have took a country music legend to snap on the verse for it to get country music recognition. It's a country music song, man. It's just so, you know what I mean? Like, with flavor in it. So, like, they can do it. They can.
But that's what we do. We put flavor in everything.
Right.
We are the flavor.
Like, I don't know the history right off, but I think country music is ours too, and it was co-opted by other folks. So in general, like real country, I'm happy I'm happy like you on the opportunity side of the game, just like Kodak Black. Anytime somebody young and melanated got a chance to make it pop. You know what I mean? Right. Whatever it means.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So yeah, I definitely. I mean, here's my thing with it. Anybody that does music, that studies music, has taken a music history class, should know that that is a country song. I really don't know how else to put it. It has everything that makes it country. Just because it has 808s or you have a certain percussion sound in it doesn't take away from the fact that it's a country song. So obviously it's racism.
Right.
Billy Ray getting on there, that just, that's huge. That changes the whole dynamic of the argument. There's a lot of things about the song that I like though. We see somebody that's adding another genre to country, subgenre, another subgenre, and we also see a situation where the song is 1 minute and 50 seconds, I think. So we're seeing something different. I mean, this is a hot #1 song that's not even 2 minutes. So I mean, it implicates so much. Sorry, I'm in the garage. It implicates so much, but I think it's
hey, guy in the back with the cameo on the Brothers Talking Shit podcast.
Right.
You gonna be famous, homeboy.
Hey yo, you gotta show Billy Ray some love too, because he could have been like the rest of them and tried to blackball the situation.
Why would he?
Step up.
Why would he?
I mean, they on sucker shit.
Somewhere in America, Miley Cyrus is twerking. Listen to what Hov said, baby. Listen to what Hov said. Miley
Ben told him.
Yeah, he can't be on that. No way.
Hey, you gotta respect it.
But again, I think it's live. I think it's dope. I hope they give him his props. I don't know, man. We taking up everything. Shit.
He should perform at the American Country Music Awards.
Right.
Like for Grammy, all that shit.
This is the classic cutting off your nose despite your face argument. Like, your ratings would jump if you put this young brother on your award show. Just inherently they will. I'm just telling you. If he on there, your rating's gonna jump. It's gonna be the highest watch. And now I don't even know who's gonna watch it, but somebody gonna watch it. Different. Shout out to Nelly and my man when they did it. If it's all in my head.
Tim McGraw, right?
Tim McGraw.
Yeah,
over and over again. Yeah.
Somebody said they should put Nelly on the remix. Put Nelly in.
Hey, but see, you know what? I think they so stuck in their ways that.
Or racist, you mean?
Yeah, they don't want.
You said racist wrong when you said stuck in their ways.
No, stuck in their ways.
I think they're stuck in their races.
Who said that?
I'm saying it by race.
Right. But I'm just saying, right. But even if it would bring something to what they're doing, positive,
The racism in
they're so
them.
stuck in their racism that they don't want the extra love,
Exactly.
attention that will come with letting him in.
Exactly.
Oh, we got to get Cool on Mondays, yo. Cool on go.
Yeah, Monday is a different.
We found out the Monday episode is a different beast.
Yeah, definitely.
Same animal, different beast.
Excuse me for moving around on a Monday, guys. I'm kind of busy.
Juice, we used to you moving around on every day. Like,
Right.
I
Right.
want to go all the time. I can never miss it.
Right. All right. I heard a rumor that on Facebook, Juice was I'm about to put my T.I. shit. Juice was talking shit like Big Sean could fuck with Kendrick.
Oh, let's go.
That's what I heard.
Let's
Hey,
go.
yes.
Let's go.
Okay, wait,
That's
hold on.
what I
Time
heard.
out. I have a problem with that. Because who told you? Uh-oh.
Yo, don't
I
point
ain't
at me,
gonna
yo.
say no names.
Hey, yo, don't point at me, yo.
I ain't gonna say no names, but he pointed up like, so what y'all thinking, man? Y'all, what's up? I thought we cleared the air on this.
So I do want to say this. I do think that Big Sean could get Kendrick lyrically because I'm. Dog, hey, son. Hey, I'm coming to see my homeboy Rob, man. We're gonna be filming something today, so this, you know, what I'm saying, got him in the shot.
What's up,
What's
yo?
good with
Welcome
you?
to the podcast, Playboy.
This may not cut us off. You know what I'm saying? Doing the podcast, Brothers Talking Shit podcast. Listen, Kendrick has great inflections. He has great song content, but I do not believe that he is a better lyricist than Big Sean.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah, that's fine.
The crazy part, I totally agree with you. But to me, Kendrick Hart, it's something about Kendrick. Kendrick like Mike Tyson before
Spit
Blake
it, Kendrick.
got
Spit
to
it. Okay, let me do me a favor. Spit a Jay-Z verse.
I'm from where hammers rung, news cameras never come. You and your man sung in every
verse in your rhymes.
All right, keep going.
Spit a Kendrick verse.
Hold on.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Hold on. What's my shit? Fuck.
Yeah.
No, I got some Kendrick shit.
I know you don't.
You don't put me on the spot like that.
What you got? The backseat freestyle? That's probably all you got.
No, I like.
You could probably spit a little bit off of Control. You definitely don't know the whole thing.
What does Kendrick really say? What is he saying?
I'm gonna tell you, let me I actually, this is what I believe. Like, I can agree. I don't know about the Big Sean. I'm not sure, but because I haven't listened enough to really know. Because emotionally, my emotions go with Kendrick just on the. But like, for me, it's crazy because I believe, and it's come up before, that our rappers are actually poets, right? So I will read Kendrick Lamar lyrics, and if you read them, it's a whole different ballgame. Obviously, that doesn't translate the same way if you listening to music and he rapping it because it's too much.
Right.
And sometimes the articulation doesn't come across enough to understand it. And if it's nonsensical, that's why simplified mumble rap works so well. Because it's the opposite of overly complex. It's the whole Nas, what the fuck is Nas saying? But he's saying a lot argument versus somebody that might dumb it down, you know what I mean, and make it a little more palatable. So Big Sean does a good job at being complex but articulate and flow change. Big Sean can maybe be contributed with that early Drake flow that people say he kind of co-opted from Big Sean back in the day. So Big Sean over Kendrick argument might be a good one.
Yo, listen, Bart. Listen, Sean got a flow that he can get on any track with anybody, and definitely more than hold his own. Point blank, period. But there's something about Kendrick, and I don't know what it is, that makes everybody a little nervous. How many battles have we seen with a better rapper hasn't won?
I've never seen Kendrick mix it up I don't know what everybody nervous about.
They won't. That's what he. Hold on. Let me ask you this, Rel. Does he want to mix? Do you think Kendrick wants to mix it
He
up?
with the shit. He with the shit.
You know why? You know why don't nobody want to come at Kendrick though?
Why?
Because if it gets out of hand, you have Schoolboy Q and J Rock and Absol right there.
It's not. Come on. Like I don't think it is. Because at the end of the day, I don't know, man. I can feel it though, because me, the guy inside of me, like I said, you say any of my guys' name wrong, I'm giving them bars out. Just cause you ain't gotta say my name or refer to me. You can say I'm only going there. But if I'm with TDE, I'm definitely on you. I'm on your ass. But I don't know what it is. Like even before they was established, we knew who J Rock was. Schoolboy wasn't established yet. Absol, we talking about Control. So what is it? It's like I said, like you said, Sean got bars. Sean can really rap. Like he can really rap. Like he can really rap. So, but it's something he like Tyson in the early night. Like they don't want. I don't know what it is. Don't nobody want it.
I don't know why, yo. I don't think that he's even lyrically capable of that. I've only ever seen him mix it up one time, and that was on Control.
So why won't nobody go at him? Answer me that.
I think he's capable. He's more than capable. He's smart. He's smart enough to. He could dumb it all the way down. His flow. He on some Andre 3000 shit, man. He's just an artist. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's capable. He could definitely do a trap rap song and put some slick 1-2s in a battle rap.
You know what the problem is, Cool? Y'all letting these albums confuse y'all. It's like Steve Harvey said on Kings of Comedy. Don't let these suits in the WB fool you. Don't let these albums and his hair have you getting fucked up. Because when he listen to some shit when he really rapping. When Kendrick wanna rap, Kendrick can rap.
When is he really rapping? That's my point.
If he freestyle shit like that, Kendrick can really rap.
When?
It was a couple years ago.
You think? All right. Here it is. Hot take. Is he a better rapper than Drake?
No.
Yes or fucking no?
No.
Is he a better rapper than Cole?
Yes.
You think Kendrick a better rapper than Cole?
All the question.
Okay, I'm asking. So with that being said, do you think that Kendrick won it with Drake?
No.
Yeah.
Are you fucking nuts?
I think he with the shit.
I don't. Fuck no. Y'all tripping. No way. No fucking way.
People sleeping on how good of a rapper Drake really is.
No way. Did he call him out?
Yo.
When he call him out?
Oh, it's been in the blog.
Oh, it's there. Hey, come on, bro. Don't play these games.
Y'all tripping.
Don't play these games.
Yo, wildin'.
Yo, listen. Drake is real. Drake watch
That's
who
like a thing, yo.
Drake watch who he go at.
It's a history on Genius. It's a history of Drake and Kendrick Lamar Subliminal War from a 2017 article on Genius.
Okay.
So it's there.
So Drake watch who he come at, even though he coming at Hove?
It's there. I don't know why. That's the whole.
No, I'm addressing Neef.
It's there. Y'all can't see it.
Who name is Drake said besides? Who name is he really said?
Hove.
What did he say about Hove?
Meek. Meek had to go to jail to come back. What you talking about?
That's it. That's what name he said for real. Was Meek.
He said Joe name. He said a bunch of people name. He said Puffy name. Are you fucking kidding me? You're not a fan.
You know what? That might be on some. You know what? It might be on some boss shit. Is why they don't go at each other. This is a real thing. We got to look that up. We got to double back on this. We need to address this Saturday. Do we need to do some research and address this Saturday? Do some research. Let's take it. Do some research. It might be on some TDE and J Prince shit. We ain't messing with the investments on this one, bro.
Hold on though. Damn, I had a point. Hold on. Dang, what the fuck was I gonna say? Yeah.
We gotta research that one.
Oh no. First of all, you can't touch Drake. Look who's behind Drake. This ain't just hip hop when it comes to Drake. Drake has been able to survive what he's been able to survive because he has the people behind him, not just Jay Prince too, but Apple. A lot of people spending money when it comes to Drake. That makes it so cats don't touch Drake for real. That's why Drake can survive through all the shit. I love Drake right now.
Same with Kendrick.
They don't want to smoke. I don't know why they don't say that. You can say you with all the facts you want to hit me with.
Who?
I'm talking about
Huh?
you hit me with all the facts you want to hit me with, but can't nobody tell me why. Won't nobody say nothing to that man though.
To who?
To Kendrick.
Oh yeah. Right.
No, he said all your things on the track, and he said I'm trying to get y'all all out of here. I'm your fans. I'm trying to get y'all out of here.
Yo, that was like 7 years ago. Every time I turn around, you talk about this one verse. You might as well bring up Jay Electronica. That's where you at with it, yo. He said 4 people's name and 6 bars, and you was impressed.
But are people really afraid of Kendrick, or maybe they just, you know what? I think it's just a friendship thing. I think everybody
It might just be don't nobody. You can't win.
Listen,
you can't win this shit.
Friends, you're not gonna keep saying slick shit to me though. Like we can hoop. Like I said, man, we can hoop. You're not gonna give me 40.
No, but yeah.
No,
it ain't worth it. Some shit just ain't worth it, I think.
You know, Control was 2013. That's nuts.
You say what?
That was 2013. Then he said something to him on the language, and I remember the BET freestyle.
Oh, when Kendrick came at him,
That was the best.
That was probably the best bar he had. Where he was like, hi, something he gave was a high five.
Right.
Who was the best BET cipher
Ever?
Yeah.
Shady 2.0.
I like the good music joint.
Shady 2.0.
And that was a good one. The joint with Fab kissing Jewels though.
Who?
Fab kissed Jewels and J Hood.
You lost me. You lost me when you said Jewels. I'm sorry. I checked out.
I
checked out.
You don't think Joel's can rap?
No, I
Hold
don't.
on. Fucking Shady had fucking the goofy ass white boy in there. He was Poop Juice.
Huh?
Huh?
Yellow Wolf?
2.0 freestyle.
That's why he went first. Like, what are y'all talking about?
No, hey man, y'all rap conversations with y'all is stressful, bro.
Why is it stressful? All right, yo, Juice about to leave, so let's get a couple things established real quick. Magic Johnson, you punk ass, bum ass nigga, you should have kept your ass home from the rip.
Fuck you, Magic, and I say that with a loving heart.
No, you a pussy because you thought you were just gonna come in and we was gonna win. And the fact that we didn't win right away, now you ready to live a regular life and go home. Your life ain't right.
I just want to be Magic. Fuck you, Magic.
Listen, you so pussy you couldn't even tell Jenny Bus with your pussy ass. You go announce it to the world like I couldn't tell her I had a heart. Take your punk ass home, get your let me stop. I ain't talking about his son and all that. I ain't gonna go there.
You just got on some Kodak shit.
Right. Right.
I think the Magic situation more politics than anything.
No, that nigga thought he was gonna come into LA and save the day, and that shit ain't work out that easy.
But he been doing that for 30 years. Remember he was a coach for a week and a half?
Yeah.
Fuck you, Magic. Killing me.
All right, D-Wade legacy. What y'all think about D-Wade?
The third best two guard ever. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Cornelius Wade. I don't know if his middle name is Cornelius, but it sounded right.
He said somebody said Ray Allen.
I don't give a fuck what somebody said. No.
What about Reggie?
No. There's only two guards better.
Hold on. What about Bubble Chuck?
No. He's a one.
Hey, I think
not.
I think D-Wade has had a great career. I do agree with that. I definitely think that he's the third best two guard. I think it was a great way to go out. I would have loved to see him get some more rings. But man, I mean, what a great career! What an awesome way to end your career at that too. So
second best to Kobe 60.
He could still play, bro.
He really could. He
could Vince Carter the game if he wanted to.
For real.
We're gonna hang him up. Hey, what about the argument of D-Wade career-wise? Okay, I ain't gonna say that. You got one shot left. You got 3 seconds. You got 5 seconds on the clock. You want the ball in D-Wade hand or Paul Pierce hand?
D-Wade.
I say Paul Pierce. Yo, Paul Pierce is a baller. I ain't gonna hold you. Paul Pierce is a playoff clutch. They both clutch. They both clutch. They both are. You can't go wrong with either one.
Flash in his prime can get to that basket, baby.
True, but I ain't trust that jump shot though.
What?
You ain't need it.
Can I ask y'all this?
What's that?
When it's all said and done, where would James Harden be in all of this conversation? Because he's having a ridiculous season.
I mean, you got to take into consideration of what Westbrook doing.
4 or 5.
I mean, Westbrook too. I mean, they're both heavy in this conversation.
How about James Harden, Westbrook, and Kevin Durant on the same team?
Listen. Did we bring that up one time?
Wrong people.
That GM is the worst GM to ever general manage a team.
You the worst and the best at the same time. Did he bring him there?
He drafted him.
They got Kevin Martin, who played for them for 1 year after that and left, and probably a first round pick that was Jeremy Lamb for James Harden. You got 3 MVPs you have the same team.
James Harden should have never been the 6th man either. He should have been starting.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But you had 3 MVPs on the same team and lost 2 of them.
Yeah. And how you gonna bring up them 2 cats' name and ain't none of them won a chip?
And if it wasn't for Golden State, Kevin Durant wouldn't have one. Because he won't get one when he leaves.
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about James Harden and Westbrook compared to D-Wade.
Player-wise, they have to be in the discussion. I mean, I think they'll get a chip at some point.
So you talking about a chip? Does a chip affect your place in history?
It does.
So Charles Barkley is what to you?
Is what?
As far as power forwards.
On the list? Oh. I don't know, 6 or 7.
Damn.
I said the king of controversial comments, y'all. I say what the fuck I say, yo. Don't at me.
He gotta be number 1.
What, Karl Malone?
No, I say
or
Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan's
talking
number 1.
about who will be your number 1.
Tim Duncan. By far. It's not even close.
Who?
Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan?
Yeah, it's not close. Yeah.
But don't Karl Malone has way more points than
he has the most points.
No, he's
second most. Second to Kareem.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold on. You said 7. Name me 7 power forwards that's better than Charles Barkley right now. I'll wait.
Let's see. Tim Duncan. I had to think on it, but I'm not a Charles fan.
Podcast, y'all. I need that answer, yo.
Right. I think Charles definitely got to be top 3, top 5.
At least top 5, at least.
Nope.
I could say Kevin Garnett. Maybe.
He on the same list with Nas. He like top 7. Never mind.
Kevin Garnett definitely up there.
KG, yeah.
KG definitely. All right.
Yeah.
Well, listen, y'all. I'm glad we got a podcast, son. I had top 5, but I didn't even do it. I appreciate y'all taking time out your day to get 39 knocked down. You traveling, got things going on. I gotta go watch The Shot with my girl because she don't fuck like, oh, you gonna do the podcast? If you watch The Shot tonight too, you ain't going to bed.
I think Dirk is better.
Nah.
Then who?
Than Charles Barkley. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Dennis Rodman.
Nah.
Sheed.
Who?
Sheed.
Nah. I love Sheed.
You think Dennis Rodman better than Charles Barkley?
Chris Bosh, Chris Webber.
Chris Bosh?
Nope.
Stop.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's how I feel.
Nope.
Chris Webber?
What Charles Barkley ever done to you?
He must have dated out of England.
Not win. Not win.
I don't know if he shuck and jive, but he definitely be doing one or the other.
Listen, he might be on my top 5. My top 5 was top 5 celebrities whose blackness is in question.
He definitely in the top 5.
Yo, you ever see the fat nigga on the show? What's his nigga name?
Jason Whitlock.
Oh my God, this nigga's how the fuck did you know that?
Cause he the fat nigga on the show that be like,
no, he be saying some shit. I'm like, yo, this nigga, his mom gotta be at the house snapping.
And he say shit on purpose.
So
yeah,
whitest shit ever. I'll be like, yo, what the black man ever did to you? Yo, that's crazy. That cool dude said. Yo, Jason Whitlock is the fucking
James Worthy better.
James Worthy is small forward.
Sometimes.
He ain't no forward. You still doing that? We talk about the fucking list is trash, yo. Trash, bro. I love you. The fucking list is trash. Ball that shit up and shoot that motherfucker.
All right. What we gonna address? Are we gonna address Dwayne Wade's son on Saturday? We gotta address it.
Yeah, we got to.
We gotta address it.
We gotta talk about Dwayne Wade's son on Saturday for sure.
Episode 40 might be our last episode, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Nah, it ain't gonna be.
I know we agree not to be pussy, but I don't want to be suicidal either.
Yeah, I don't know, man. That shit.
Fuck it, let's go.
Yeah, you getting soft for me, yo.
This might be the last one.
It's been a hell of a run, baby.
It's like all that light skin, dark skin that y'all got. Don't shut this shit down.
Hey, Juice, we gotta talk to you for a minute.
Put down a little bit, man. Goddamn.
We got
episode
you suspended.
We can definitely go there. Listen, y'all. You know, I gotta get up at 4 o'clock in the morning for work. I can't be doing this shit all night. This is Brothers Talking Shit, episode 39. Gentlemen, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Love you too, bro.
Love you too, bro.
Love y'all.
Love y'all.
Yeah.
This shit better be airing tonight.
Peace.
You want to take vacations to New Orleans? This shit better air tonight.
Are you going to New Orleans?
No, he just came from New
Came
Orleans.
back, yo. Came back. So I put my business out there, y'all. I don't need everybody to know where I'm at in the world, man.
Okay.
See?
You home now. It's like you still
I
out.
still don't need everybody to
Like,
know
your
where
house, like-
I move differently. I keep telling y'all that, man. I'm gonna show up on your block one day.
Hey, tell her, listen. You go rob Real House, he'll be like, hey, you gotta raise that on your head. You gotta raise that on your head too. Oh shit.
Yeah, man. I move different.
All right, y'all.
All right, yo.
All right,
Peace.
man.
All right, y'all, man.